Hello friends, welcome to Squaird Plans, where creative planning and organization comes to life. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be designing a line vertical planner layout for the next week of May in my health and fitness planner. So come plan with me. And I've got some washi tape here ready to go, along with some stamping ink and a blending brush. This set of stamps I recently got, different stat stickers that I made, this Tombow brush pen, these small talk stickers, and this Atlantis sticker book, which I'll pull from. Okay, you guys, so I just recently did a big haul on Amazon, and I was super excited just to try out some of the things I received, starting with this gorgeous Atlantis sticker book. I just really loved the large decor stickers in here, and then also too the variety of watercolor style stickers, which are my favorite. So I'm going to try and create a sea life spread, mainly focusing in on the seahorses and maybe some coral, and see what we can come up with for a design. I've already bookmarked a couple of different pages to pull from with the same background color so that I can make everything feel cohesive at the end. My plan is to use that stamping ink that I pulled in order to kind of blend the backgrounds of the stickers into the paper, which you'll see in a bit. So for now, I'm just trying to come up with a design for the bottom here, leaning in towards a rainbow theme. I did want to pull in just a little bit of each of the rainbow colors to tie it all together, but I had that one blue seahorse, but I think it was just going to be a little too large for where I wanted to put it. So we'll just fill it in instead with this blue coral. And I think we've got enough there to finish things off. I might need one more piece just to blend the orange tones into the yellow. But for the most part, I think we are good to go. I also have all of these stat stickers that I made at the beginning of the year, and I am going to pull out just a rainbow of colors to use here at the top. Again, more to solidify the color scheme of being a rainbow spread. And I'll put those back there with the rest. And now, just try to get an idea how I might end up using some of these new stamps I've got. I'll be using these kind of splatter ink splot stamps for texture. That's usually how I like to incorporate things like that, just to give a little bit of something extra to the spread. I also got this really cute washi tape from Scotch that I don't think I want to do a full length of across the spread, but may have a way to incorporate it here in a second. So let me see what I can come up with. I also grabbed these long quote stickers in that same haul, and I am looking through the sheets now, trying to find some quotes that I think fit the theme as well as being a health spread. So just pulling those in, kind of quickly reading through and seeing what speaks to me. And here I thought, well, maybe I could layer them with that washi tape, since I didn't really like it, like I said, across the entire spread, but more as a little bit of like a highlight behind the quote. And I really like that. Just gives a little extra something to those white quotes. So just trying to figure out nice places to lay those in. I realized this after the fact. I didn't pull any boxes or anything for my workout, so I'm just going to have to section those off. But that might have been a nice added touch. I might feel ambitious later and actually pull in some boxes, so we shall see. For now, it's not going to have any boxes. It'll just be kind of a top and bottom rainbow colorway. And okay, I think I have a good idea of how this is going to go. So let me go ahead and get the stamp set up and get the wax paper moved so that we can start putting in some of the inking. I did grab a white pen to white out some of the black lines, but I have found when I do this kind of like chalk ink on top of paper that if I have already the white pen on the page to cover up black lines, it will just kind of accentuate the lines, if that makes sense. So I'm going to try a different technique this time, starting with the blending ink first. So right now I am doing a mix of blending and tapping the ink onto the page. I thought that the tapping kind of looked a little bit more misty, a little bit more, I don't know, just water-esque. So I thought that I would try that, kind of figure out how to lay it on the page based off of where I had laid in the stickers. And that technique worked out pretty well. I have to go pretty light on the very first couple taps where it's more ink heavy, and then the rest goes in fairly light. But I am using the older chalk ink that I got, not the new one from the set, because it didn't have the right color in the new set. But this is why I really love chalk inks. They just set right on the page, and they really don't interfere with the paper at all. They just kind of set down and add that added color that I really love. Laying in the stickers now, and I'm just going to roll them off of the wax paper. And I kind of just wanted to see how this page was going to turn out, so I'm going to go ahead and lay in the stat stickers for this side as well. See what I like. I was at the start thinking to add more of that peachy tone to the background at the top, but then changed my mind. Decided to leave all of the decor mainly at the bottom. And now I'm going back and covering up those black lines with the white pen. And I thought that I was going to have a little bit of an easier time blending them in, so we're going to try to now cover them a little bit with some of the ink. That sort of worked. I ended up pulling in a highlighter pen in a similar peach kind of coral tone and doing that to do some final blending. I mean, it came out better than just the black lines, I think, but I don't know. I go back and forth. When you look at the close-up at the end, you guys can let me know if you think that it's better just to leave the lines as is, or if you think covering it up is worth the time and effort. So now we're just going to move on to the next page and basically do the same setup over here. But I'm going to start with the stat stickers, just drop those in and get that done, since I'm not going to be putting any ink behind them. And then I will try to figure out where exactly to ink behind these stickers so that, again, it kind of blends them in. And you can see what I'm doing. I'm spending most of my time on any place where I think that there might be some of the paper exposed, and out and around basically the outline of the stickers I pulled. And like I said, it is kind of easy to go a little too heavy on those first taps. I'm trying to go soft as possible when I first lift the ink, and then kind of smooth it out. Doing a little bit more of the smoothing on this one, blending with the brush to really get a nice even effect. And now I'm just going to line up those stickers and get those rolled off. I'm doing them in kind of bigger groups instead of doing it all at once, just so that I can make sure everything is lined up properly. So those stickers are really good, the ones from the Atlantis book. They do seem to be very removable, so if you lay them down a little too early or in the wrong place and want to make an adjustment, they do seem very easy to reverse and reposition. I went ahead and trimmed off any excess I had on the edges just to make a nice clean cut. Finally, I'll go back here and clean out the holes as well, anywhere where the sticker overlaid. And I'm just using a small cutting knife, a precision cutter, one of my favorite things, and my little Daiso cutting mat. All those items that you're seeing here can be found down below in the description. So if there's anything that you really like, do check that out. I noticed I didn't put quite enough ink to cover up this edge of the sticker, so I'm going to go ahead and go back and do that. Now I'm going to lay in some of that splatter stamp that I had pulled. I had pulled a black ink too because I wasn't sure what color I was going to lean towards, but I decided to go with the coral on this. I think the black would have looked nice, but it probably would have drawn a bit too much attention, so I'm just kind of splattering it in, again, more for texture. Trying a few different options. My first stamping, I pushed a little too hard. It kind of got a little blurry. So a light touch was plenty with these stamps, and they made a really nice, cute effect. So really happy about these and excited to use these in multiple spreads. I've laid those in, just adding a little bit more. I feel like I can get away with a little extra texture. And that looks good. I'm going to try to clean up any lines that need to be cleaned up. And then I'm going to also add just a smidge of a black kind of texture as well too. In that washi that I pulled, it has a few black dots, which is really why I thought I would be doing more of the black ink in the texture. But decided to, like I said, stick with the coral for the stamping, and we'll just add a small bit of black in and around the stickers here with my Tombow dual tip marker. I see that it's a little bit empty up here at the top, so maybe I can add a little bit more to this sidebar just to get things finished off. I'll grab some of that washi, another quote, maybe one more stamp, and I think that's going to do it for us, friends. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, too, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch, and think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we will see you next time. Bye!